Alright, folks, so it is day 207 of the year. I am at home, self-quarantining once again today, me and my daughter. I did manage to shower and clean up a bit today. I feel better. My voice is still not come back yet. So I figured I'd fix it by making me a hamburger from hell. And I mean literally, this thing looks like it comes straight out of hell. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe that's a harsh word. We'll call it an angry hamburger. Look at that. This, my friends, is a new invention that I come up with today. Can't give me all this time on my hands. That is a flaming hot Cheetos Slugburger. If you're not familiar with Slugburgers, look them up. They're on YouTube. But this is not on there. This is a one-of-a-kind original. This is a latchkey creation. Come from yours truly. I bet it'll be a big hit. So basically, I made this thing up. I took one butterball frozen turkey patty, the 98% lean one. It's got to be that one, I think, to make something like this work. And honestly, Slugburgers, for the most part, are made out of ground beef. And I really don't think that would capture the flavor of this either. I think it has to be the very lean cuts of either ground turkey or ground chicken to make this thing work out. And I tell you, this was turned out way better than I thought it would. Look at the red it's throughout, and I bet you're like wondering, how in the heck did he do this? Sometimes I amaze myself. It is raining cats and dogs outside. Maybe I need that to open up my sinuses and everything, get me going again, right? As soon as I get done eating, I promise I'm going to explain it a little more in detail how I made this. Ooh. Oh, man. That is devilishly good. I'm fixing to unleash something new upon the world. At least I think. When you think no one's done it before, you wind up finding out someone out there has already done it. But I doubt they done it quite like this. Man, that thing was good. Alright. As soon as this rain calms down, I'll cut you back on. I'll tell you exactly how I made it with some clips in there to explain it a little more. Stay tuned. Alright, folks, I'm back. It is 5:54 in the afternoon, so it's getting towards the end of the day. Still sick at home. That ain't gonna change, I don't think, all week long. I think I'm done for. I think any plans I have for the week are pretty much shot at this point. But that's okay, because we will find a way to persevere and move forward like we did today with the hamburger from hell. Alright, so how you make this bad boy? Alright. So let me go through my clips here. Like I said, you got to start off with your 100% all natural ground turkey. The white meat cuts. You can use the Bubba brand or the Butterball brand for this, or the Genio. It's got to be the white meat cut, the 98% lean, in order for it to work. Or ground chicken will work just fine. I try to do this, as a single serving size, and those frozen patties are already patted out to what a serving would be, so I just use a serving of that, and then I let that thaw out, just like you would any frozen type of hamburger meat. Give it an hour or so. Y'all have to excuse me, I'm still dealing with a cold here, so that's going to interrupt my conversation, of course. But if you like hot and spicy foods, just bear with me, it'll be worth it in the end. So while that's thawing out, get you some flaming hot Cheetos, not the cheese puffs, the Cheetos, the regular flaming hot Cheetos. And I just measured out a cup of them, and I figured that would be about a serving, maybe a little more, but a cup of those flaming hot Cheetos. And I think they weighed in at 170 calories per serving. There's only 3 servings in the bag, so I got enough in that bag that I sealed up to make 2 more of these burgers from hell. So basically, once that is thawed, you take your 1 cup of flaming hot Cheetos, you grind it in a food processor, grind it into dust. Or if you don't have a food processor, grind it the best way you can. Put it in a Ziploc bag and beat it to dust with a rolling pin or something. But anyway, you want to get those fibers from those Cheetos. You want to get them as fine as possible. The best way to do it is a food processor or a grinder of some kind. Once you do that, you combine your ground turkey and your ground up flaming hot Cheetos into a bowl together. And then this ingredient is key, and you might have to search to find it. I got mine on Amazon. It's called methylcellulose, and I used a half a teaspoon of that methylcellulose in here. And it is absolutely imperative that you have it. The stuff is the best binder I've ever seen for cooking with meat. And I've tried all the binders out there, from flour to, xanthan gum to all kinds of different things, psyllium husk. Nothing works the same way methylcellulose does. It is a must-have. I'm just going to come out and say it. Don't waste your time trying to find anything else. Get you some methylcellulose. it is worth the $11 purchase. I purchased 2 bags at the same time, got them a little cheaper for around $21 for 2 bags of them, and a little goes a long way, so it'll last a while. It'll last a good little while, and it comes in Ziploc pouches. Got a bag right here, in fact. That came from Amazon. It's still sealed. There it is. There's a good amount in there. Let's see, how many ounces is it? Jesus. $50 grams in there. It don't sound like a lot, but like I say, a little goes a long way. You don't want to use too much of that stuff. Like I say, a half a tablespoon is what I used in this, and it is a must-have. Without it, you can just do the best you can. And I suppose you could use egg as a binder, but you know, that's adding more calories and stuff. And then it still won't do what this methylcellulose will do. And then the only other ingredient I add so far, we've got 3 ingredients. We have the white meat turkey meat, we have the Flamin' Hot Cheetos, and we have a half a teaspoon of methylcellulose. 3 ingredients so far. So the one final ingredient is you just want a capful or a tablespoon rather of any cooking oil of your choice. I'm just using straight up Wesson oil, vegetable oil. The Wesson oil brand is hard to find. There was some controversy about it a while back, and to me, you know, I grew up eating Wesson oil, and it has the best flavor out of any of the rest of them. And now that I've found where I can get the Wesson brand again, I'm getting it. I like it. I keep it around. It's a good oil. It's a good vegetable oil. They're back and forth on these things all the time. First it's good for you, then it ain't. First something's good for you, then it ain't. I'm not even getting into all that right now. But that's the final ingredient you need. Once you have all that, you mix all that together and form a burger, and it's going to be red as the devil from those Flamin' Hot Cheetos. And this is where the cook preparation is where the methylcellulose comes in, and I've made 2 of them so far, one off camera in the air fryer and one in the frying pan, and they both work out fine, but I like that air fryer one better, and I'm fixing to tell you why. See, that methylcellulose, it acts as a binder for everything, like I said. Now, so does breadcrumbs, so does egg, and all the others, but the difference is methylcellulose gets tighter as it cooks, where a lot of your other binders loosen as they cook. Why is that important? Because once all that stuff's bound together, it kind of makes everything into one. Like kind of like xanthan gum. You know how xanthan gum, you could put oil and water together with xanthan gum, and oil and water we know don't mix, but if you add xanthan gum to it, it becomes a solidified liquid, all unified together in one. And that's what methylcellulose does while it's wet until it's heated. Now, while it's heated, and I'd have to do this again and show you how it's done in the air fryer or the frying pan. You know, I could have went a little deeper into that. But as you're cooking it, that the heat starts rising up through that meat, and just that little bit of cooking oil that's in there, that one little tablespoon, starts frying everything from the inside out while that meat is tightening together during the heating process, the chemical change of that methylcellulose that's in there. So you don't even need a pan full of grease with it. Like the traditional Slugburgers that I told you to look up earlier in the video, that you have to fry them up like a salmon patty. Imagine, you know, I know there's some Southerners on here, and a lot of people, you know, who grow up around soul food are going to know what salmon patties are. You have to fry them in oil, right? Well, imagine a salmon patty made up the way you make it normally, but except for you put that methylcellulose in there with the oil, and what happens is it fries your burger from the inside out, or your salmon patty from the inside out, and you don't never need the oil. It'll automatically come out into the pan on its own. It's like magic. I don't know where all that oil come from. I guess a lot of it come from the Cheetos themselves, because I had a lot of oil separate from that during the cooking process. And you talk about good, man, that thing was tender and juicy and good. It's better than any Slugburger I've created in the past. Methylcellulose is definitely something I'm going to be keeping in my cabinet from now on. I learned about it through vegans, trying to hold together veggie burgers and stuff. But it's designed for way more than just that application. It's designed to work with anything. So I'm definitely using it with turkey and chicken from now on, because it makes all the difference. It really does. And it made the perfect hamburger from hell today, I'll tell you that. Alright, so that's it in a nutshell. Just remember, you need some sort of meat source. I mean, if you want to use burger, that's fine, but I think with this particular recipe, you want that to bind into like a more like a chicken, because the hot stuff seems to work better with chicken than it does beef, in my opinion, because beef has its own irony flavor, and it kind of meshes in the way of anything else. But you use poultry to make this, and you're not going to be disappointed. Not going to be disappointed. I've got other ideas in my head about how to expand upon this further. This is the baseline burger from hell starting out. So we'll just roll right along with this, and as the recipe improves, I will keep you updated on it all. Alright, that is all I have for today, folks. See what I can come up with tomorrow. Till then, y'all have a good one.